My presence is a gift. You smoking resin in the split. We ain't never back bums. So many grams in the blunt, looking like fat thumbs. EFED is a thing you not familiar with. Well, let me get you familiar fairly quick. Here's the gist, you got a limited time to break your op down without a rhythm or rhyme. Dramatic music in the background. I time travel, I saw your fate when I came back round. Can you stand the challenge? Rise for EMP. Live from the OG headquarters, it's the Mad Blunt Show, starring Blunt Row and Mad T, with special guests, whoever the fuck wanna come on the show and talk. This is brought to you apart by Gooch Kings. Bet now, get it later. I welcome you, the host of the show, Mad T and Blunt Row. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times I say, I'm going to say it every time. I love that fucking entrance.
I mean, it is a pretty good entrance.
Yeah. Before we jump into our nonsense, let me see what I got to say. Welcome, everybody, to the Mad Blood Show where we talk nothing but wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And occasionally, might throw in some EFED.
It depends on our mood.
Mad T, we got an announcement today, don't we? Nice.
Yeah, we do. We have a big announcement that not even Blood Money knows about.
Wow. We just phoned this up right last minute. Right now, actually.
Last minute deal. Not even 20 minutes ago, right?
Not even 20 minutes. Word.
Freshly signed ink at that.
Word. Just right on the paper.
So, with that being said, you want to do it? You want me to? You know, I guess I'll do it. You do what you do.
Go.
All right. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce the partnership of EMP and SME. So, now EMP is under the umbrella. Well, the umbrella of SME. Nothing will change. It's just more shared content. So, yeah. I want to shout out to Shady and the rest of SME for bringing EMP into it. But let's get into our nonsense, shall we?
Why not? Who we got backstage, bro? Pick him up.
We have the man that goes versus Dante Black this week. We got. Oh wait, I can't. It's not EFED show. My bad. Shit.
Well, it's we throw in a key to the EFED.
Bojack Grizz. Also, we have your wise man.
My favorite guy to have around.
We also have. Go ahead.
May I say that's a mighty good logo in the background?
Right, I love that. It's awesome.
Shout out to our graphics guy. Hey, we got the
Right.
new graphics guy. We get rid of the old one. We got new
You know
one.
what I'm saying? This guy's
And
better.
also, we have someone in the back. She goes by Gizmo. She goes by a bunch of different names, but I had to call her Dragon Queen / Fee.
Hey.
I feel
I never do it. I never heard you being called Gizmo. I actually like that one. It actually fits you. So I'm gonna go with the Gizmo for now.
I did not know she was a gremlin.
One more. Oh wait,
I
we had-
am a
Gizmo's not the gremlin, though.
gremlin.
we
Gizmo's not
had-
the gremlin. Gizmo is what comes out. You know what I'm saying? And it fits. It fits her. I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you.
Gizmo's a gremlin.
Yeah, I mean,
No, he's a cute one though.
Yes.
Right? He ain't the.
A
I thought the
gremlin.
gremlin was the ugly ones.
No.
God damn it, Casey,
EMP.
Jesus Christ.
I love
She
it.
bait,
Nah,
though.
man, that's catchy as fuck right there. That's dope.
Me and P.
I mean, that's kind of dope though. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
SMEMP.
I love it.
Me
Full
and
credits
P.
go to Casey Luchador for that one.
We'll make sure we tell Shady to give you full credit for that one.
Yep.
Congratulations, by the way, guys, on the deal, man. That's awesome, man. Congratulations,
Yeah,
guys.
man.
Seriously.
Matty's been working on it a minute, trying to convince me. Actually, he's been working behind the scenes. When
Yeah.
it comes to behind the scenes shit, I would never knock this man. I'm gonna give him his flowers now. He works his ass off for this show, for EMP, for whatever he puts his mind on. He works his ass off. Like,
sir.
and trust me, that's a big motherfucker. So
That's a big motherfucker. Yeah, fucking wait, come on, me. Oh shit, yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
today's show we got the top. What we going about? I want to do the top 20. Top 20 best
Start with
WWE
the top
women.
20. Oh, all right. I got a whole list of my picks, but I don't know
Now,
how
we
we're doing
we
it.
talked
Are
about
we
it last week, and
Are we
you
talking
mentioned it
current
on the
or all
post.
time?
All
And
time,
we
I
gonna do
believe.
best of all time. Top 20 best of all time.
Before we do that though, I mean, we
I
can do
feel
a
like everybody
couple.
gonna have their own opinion on this one. So
Well, I say we do a couple, and then we talk a little bit here and there about little things on Raw, little things on SmackDown. There also was a big night. You know, before we get into any of that, I do want to say one thing though. This man right here, give this man his flowers. And I'm not a big Daniel Bryan fan, but like the man is apparently officially retired from full-time competing.
we heard
So
this before. We heard this
I was gonna
song
say
before.
he's not done. He's not done competing. It's just gonna be he's not full time where he'll be at every show. He'll be a Rock. I do have some quick facts on this. His final Raw match was against Seth Rollins. His final SmackDown match was against Roman Reigns. And now his final full-time match was against Dean Ambrose. So he will always be forever linked to the Shield.
That is true.
Yeah.
If you put it that way, it makes sense.
Mhm.
yes, thank you. Yeah.
And I said it last week. The first time I started watching Daniel Bryan was when he came to WWE. Like I didn't really watch Ring of Honor like that. I didn't watch.
I did a little bit. I did a little bit.
Like
I watched him in Ring of Honor.
I didn't start watching Ring of Honor until like they got on the map type shit. Like till a
I
lot of
did-
people started talking about him.
I didn't really start watching Ring of Honor until like
Ring of Honor technically made it on the map because of Daniel Bryan.
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for example, the moment I heard he was from Ring of Honor, I was like, "Nah, I gotta check it out." If he came from Ring of Honor, I
feel like
heard
it was
Seth Rollins
him.
was coming there. Like I had
I
to
feel like
check
it was
it out.
him, Samoa Joe, the Briscoes. I feel like it was all those guys together kind of helped bring that up.
I don't think he'll be at Full Gear. From what I heard, and I don't know if else heard, I was reading an article that his neck's getting worse again, and like I don't know. I heard it could be a year before he even tips another match.
I mean, how can it not get back? Look at the shit he be doing. He still wrestles like he was like in his 30s, 20s. Like he needs to switch it up. If not, he's gonna fuck up his neck.
We could yes, though this could possibly be the last match for him. As you said, he wasn't shy about saying that when he went against Okada, he was losing feeling in his neck, from his neck down to his fingers and his legs. He was losing feeling. So I could possibly say that we may not see him ever again. If AEW is smart, they don't put him in the ring.
I mean, he shouldn't have been in the ring in the first place. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, but he shouldn't have been. Like,
I'm
yes,
not gonna
he
say he
gets.
should have been in the ring. He should have been in the ring doing
Nah,
what he
as,
was doing.
okay, let me rephrase word that. He shouldn't have been in the ring as much as he was. If he was in the ring a half amount of time he was, it would have been fine.
To me, it's the moves that he was doing. If he would have cut back on some of them,
Jesus,
he could have been right.
Jose,
And
can I get
this takes me back to what the Miz was saying. Like, your style of wrestling takes you out.
You know, this right here is one of the first matches I've seen of Ring of Honor right here. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles versus you know what I'm talking about, yeah. Like the Daniel Bryan fucking, you know what I'm trying to say. Their matches is what I'm trying to say. Yes, sorry, tongue tied. That was when I started watching Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first seen Daniel Bryan, honestly, was when he was coming up from NXT with a Nexus.
Same. And that's what made me look up Ring of Honor.
Well, the fact that isn't it funny the full circle of he got pretty much fired from WWE to start with because he choked out what's his face with his necktie, and now it comes full circle where pretty much he got taken out by being suffocated with a plastic bag.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so real quick, I'll touch back on that second. Rockstar, I don't think AEW does rematch clauses really because I mean Swerve Strickland never got a rematch for his, so I'm just saying, putting that out the window. But no, I agree with what you said there. I was gonna touch base about that match, Mr. Wiseman, sir. If you've seen this time when they did it, they had his like face, like if his fingers were right there where the bag was not on his mouth. They actually positioned it right this time, but they showed that on camera. So I was like, yeah.
Oh, for choking out Justin Roberts is what he got fired for. Tito. I didn't actually know that. Actually, that's crazy.
Yeah, he got. That was when Nexus first came up and pretty much tore apart Raw. That was the first time we saw them come up. One of the last things that was shown on screen was Justin Roberts being choked out with his own necktie because of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. So you want to get into the first top 5?
You mean for top 20?
Well, I thought we were gonna break it down like 5 at a time for a little bit, like to break up the show.
5 at a time. Okay, let me get my.
Because I'm a wise man, I will pretty much. I'm gonna rate everybody's top 5.
No.
See, the way I did this, the way I judged it, man, is like if they made an impact, if I got something memorable about them, and I'm gonna go from like when it was Divas to now.
Oh, and, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna rate everybody's top 5.
You want to start?
I'm gonna start with my top 20. This is where I put 20, and I feel like the reason why she didn't do much in the ring. That's for sure. Her in-ring skills is terrible, but she did a little impact. She a lot of people loved her. She was over Stacy Keibler, them sexy ass legs, and she was beautiful. Now you can't knock her. She was beautiful.
Are you going 20 up or
20 down? Like 2019, yeah.
Okay.
19. But yeah, she's my top 20. I remember her clearly. I remember she was with the Dudleys. She was always involved in some storyline.
Legs.
And she always made it interesting.
Legs for days.
Yes, and those legs. She's the reason why I like legs.
I don't disagree with you. To me, she should land in the top 20.
Yeah, I would put her in 22. I think. Yeah, I would put her there.
I will say this about Stacy, and I might interrupt every once in a while when people give theirs. And with Stacy she is so underrated with her in-ring skills though, because everybody has to remember at that time they weren't being looked at as, hey, we're not gonna let you guys really do much in the ring. It was Fit Finlay who was the one that pretty much started letting the women take control of the matches a little bit and show that, hey, they can just be more than eye candy at this point. So she is very underrated. She's very athletic. Everybody forgets she's a former cheerleader for the Baltimore Ravens. she's one of the only people that I think I think WWE still has a statue of her ass and her legs that they take out every once in a while. So she's like everybody remembers her. So I agree. She should be in the top 20.
Yeah,
Rockstar, I don't think you'll see Daniel Bryan in a WWE Hall of Fame for at least 10 years.
Anybody else got a different 20? Like, if y'all could
No,
throw
I
it
mean,
out,
I said for 20, I can see her in my top 20 as number 20 for my top 20.
I mean, for my number 20, I had Beth Phoenix.
See, I would probably rate her a little bit higher just because she is now she is a WWE Hall of Famer.
Well, I mean, I went of all time. So I mean, you got like Bull Nakano on there. You got a lot of people that might, people might miss.
I probably would still rate her a little bit. Like, I would say probably the worst part about her was her personality. Like
right. I mean, that's why I had
not personality. It's not personality. It's the charisma aspect.
Like, she's like wallpaper.
Yeah, it's like
wallpaper.
She's
like Lance Storm.
She was not as big until she was around Santino, because that's when she got over a little bit more. Even though she's one hell of a talent in the ring, so
right. I just felt like it was a perfect number 20.
I would put her because of the ring talent, and after she got she had Santino and Molina and Maria, I would put her higher up, but we'll see how the rest of the list goes.
You're gonna see how I do what I did with my list. Because what I did with my list is when it went from straight diva to what it is now.
Yeah, I just figured we were going all
what do you
time.
think,
So
what do you
I
think?
did my list all time.
Well, I agree with Blunt that Stacy should be in the top 20 for sure, because not only that, she brought a different element, especially when she was valet for a lot of the tag teams, especially with her time with the Dudleys. That's where she made her impact the most until Bubba fucking put her through the table.
Even that was crazy. Like, I remember that, and she took that bump like a champ, bro. Like,
yeah, she really did.
She took the stunner. She took an RKO. Does anybody remember when she was in WCW?
Yeah,
I do. As a Nitro girl, right?
Yeah,
when
she
she
was a Nitro
started.
girl.
She wasn't just a Nitro girl. She was also a valet too. She was also, I think, she was on-air girlfriend of David Flair. It was one of the Flairs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
I remember that.
So
That was coming in
that was
mind.
my when it came to her. That was my first exposure to Stacy. Was WCW.
Damn, I didn't realize. Damn.
This is why I'm the wise man. This is why I'm gonna judge.
Yeah, you're my wise man.
I'm gonna talk about everybody's top 20.
So, Blunt, what's your number 19?
Oh, my number 19 is Trish Stratus. I went with Trish Stratus on the fact because I'm gonna tell you why, because her in-ring skills was okay for me. She blew up. She made it thing, but she wasn't it for me. Like, she was boring for me. She was pretty. She did a lot of things, but she was boring. She sucked in the ring. There's only one match I remember out of everything that she did, and that was against Lita. And I feel like Lita carried that match.
Personally, me, I put Trish higher.
I would say I'm gonna say the same thing with, especially with Beth. To me, Trish, no matter what, you have to look at Trish for what she has done for the entire WWE. She should be ranked a lot higher. I would say, in my opinion, Trish should be top 5.
Trish should be top 5. I got Trish in my top 5.
So, just think about it. She started out as a valet for Test and A-Train.
Oh,
So, starting out as a valet, then then WWE started to trust her a bit more when it came to the wrestling aspect of it. And then, though, again, same thing with Stacy. WWE didn't trust the women to be able to do the wrestling aspect because they wanted to have these women look more like eye candy. They didn't want them to be a Sable-esque competitor. And now, through the years, you cannot say that she has not gotten better over time when she was
Facts.
wrestling.
Facts.
So that's what put her over. And honestly,
what the fuck?
It's females rock star.
But
I can't fucking defend you on that one. Holy
what's up, Marbs?
Christ.
Rockstar. It's female competitors.
But at the end of the day, like one of my biggest memories is the whole angle where WrestleMania 20, the whole Chris Jericho versus Christian, and the whole slap, and then the whole angle of her with Christian afterwards, going from babyface to a heel. For me, I would put to me she's top 5.
Okay. Bo, who was your number 19?
My number 19, I had Natty.
I would put her higher up, but
I would put her higher, but I'm not gonna disagree with where you put her. I because I know with what you said, how I think Blunt's is gonna be more recent like from Attitude all the way up to pretty much today.
From like Attitude all the way to now. Like,
so I want to see where Bo goes, but I will not if he's going where I think he's going, I will not disagree with Natty being at 19. Obviously the charisma, pretty much the longevity within the WWE. She has no issues putting people over. You don't hear her bitching and complaining about why she has to put somebody over. She's going to do what's best, obviously, for the business. Obviously, if I remember right, she's the last trained Hart in the Hart Dungeon.
Yep.
So, at the end of the day, the mindset of the business is there, the charisma's there, and then the athleticism's there. So, I don't disagree with her being at 19. I would put her higher, but again, I want to see what the rest of your list turns out to be.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Mars? What do you think? What would be your top 20? What would be your number 19?
Since I missed it, who's all of them have been picked so far?
It's whoever your personal list. It's your personal list.
So far, I have Beth Phoenix, and then I have Natty from 20 to 19. I think.
So I started later. I'll start with 19. 19 for me would be trying to think of somebody that's been there too, but at the same time I can respect it. I would say what's her fucking name? The one with the weird fucking clothes on and shit. Like,
it's a lot of those.
Valhalla, whatever her name was. I can't even call her fucking name.
Fucking. Yeah, she's having another baby. I think I heard.
Sarah Logan.
Sarah Logan, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'd put her in there. Like the reason.
Really don't.
I say that
Internet.
like,
really don't.
I didn't even have her on my list.
Don't do it, really.
I mean,
it's personal list, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not knocking it. I'm not
knocking it. I want to hear his reasoning.
The reason is because, like, I've seen her wrestle like before that, and she was decent. She was okay. And then got into this, and I started liking it a little bit, but that should be. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just.
Nah, you're good, bro. It's just your personal opinion.
Yeah, it's your personal opinion. I wouldn't put her in my top 20 because to me she hasn't made a lasting impact to the WWE out of every female competitor that has been a part of WWE. She has not really made that much of an impact, in my opinion. But again, it's your personal list. So
wait a minute, is this list just WWE?
No.
Yeah.
I thought
we were just going WWE.
Just doing WWE?
This is vague as fuck, bro. Shit, that's gonna fuck my whole top 10.
I thought we were just doing WWE.
I thought we were doing everything.
Well, how are you gonna leave out Chris Statlander and Britt Baker and people? How are you gonna leave?
Well, Chris Statlander was in WWE though.
Yeah.
Then that's because I gotta alter my shit then.
This was your idea.
And I said WWE
when he brought it
Okay,
up.
so WWE only apparently. This is
See, you don't listen.
This is
Fuck, I'm gonna scrap my shit. I'm gonna do this on the fly then. Fuck it.
All right. Me for 19. I think personally, like, if we're going off wrestling base, like wrestling capability and shit like that, I would put Stephanie McMahon at 19 because, I mean, like, she wasn't bad in the ring, but, I mean, at the same time, the reason why I say Stephanie is this, because think of the things that she did, like, storyline-wise, all kinds of shit for the women's division. I mean, like, I don't know. That's me for 19.
Yeah, okay.
What storylines are you talking about? The whole McMahon-Helmsley era? Or, like, the power couple? The whole, the only other real big
that was the only memorable thing to me.
Is her and Trish, and then the whole Brie Bella thing during.
I mean, she helped.
I even forgot about that. I forgot about that shit. I forgot.
Okay, that's mine. What did you take, Wise Man?
So,
But
I don't disagree with having Stephanie on the list anywhere. Like I won't disagree with her on the list. You could put her there because her obviously the family name. You talk about story like as how much she's put into stories and stuff like that. Well, her biggest thing was the power couple or the power trip, whatever you want to call them, between her with her and Triple H, and then obviously the angle of Triple H and her getting divorced, and then what was it?
Sorry, Wise Man, I'm gonna interrupt you, but why the fuck would you put Chelsea Green on this goddamn list?
Actually,
sorry.
Well, excuse me. At least he had a female.
That's a whole nother list for another day.
But
with Stephanie McMahon, like between her and then like her last one was when like the whole corporate. I'm trying to remember what they called themselves. With Seth Rollins and them.
Authority.
The whole angle between her and Brie Bella.
Yeah, the Authority, yeah.
Oh, the Authority. Thank you.
Jose is killing it with the comments.
I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't see what
does fucking Chelsea Green being married to Matt Cardona have to do with this being on the list? God damn it.
Rockstar break, man.
Here, I will not disagree with Chelsea Green either.
She's a ditz.
But that's the character she played, man. And I liked it actually. I enjoyed Chelsea Green.
If you've paid attention to what she has done anywhere else as well, she's won she has the charisma, she has the athleticism in the ring. She just doesn't have the title belts to match up with, say, a Trish Stratus. Like, if we're talking title belts and stuff, guess what? Chelsea actually would rank higher than Stacy Keibler.
I like that. I can agree with that.
B, what you think? What would be your number 19? Because we're only on 19. We've been going for 30 minutes.
Right? This is what I thought you were going to do the first top 10, the top 20.
You're Wise Man, so I keep going.
So I had to think, this is not more on wrestling skills, but more like doing impactful stories that most people can't stop talking about. I have to put Mae Young as number 19 because you can't go without the Attitude Era without Mae Young. The two, like Moolah had a little bit of impact, but not as strong as Mae Young did. Like the stories that were told with her, it's stories you can't stop talking about.
I agree with the hand and the I agree, chill, because she took at the age of what 60, 70, taking crazy ass bumps.
No offense, I would rate Mae Young and Moolah higher because everybody
I have them
what
higher.
What they did well before the Attitude Era. Don't forget they
like
were wrestling in WWF when I think it was, if I remember right, it was the WWF when it was under the older Vince.
Yeah.
Right. That's when okay. Since we're talking about them real quick, we're talking about women. By the way, guys, the reason why we're doing our top 20 fucking things, all that, is because the Mad Blunt show is dedicating October month to, so breast cancer awareness month. So all month long, we're going to be trying to
awareness hat.
Right. We're going to try to do women tribute shows for the rest of the month. So yeah, there's that. But what I was gonna say was Mae Young and them, do you remember that report came out, I don't know, years ago about them trafficking and shit like that, the women in the wrestling division and shit like that?
Yeah, I heard something along the lines of that.
What did y'all ever like? I stopped hearing about it like after a while. I think I've seen it on one of the the reason I bring it up is because
I've heard like a mixed bag. I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, because I heard on not After Dark. What's it called? What's the Vice show called? The Dark Side of the Ring. Thank you.
Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah,
that's where I heard it. Yeah, that's where I heard it.
I think what some people are trying to do now, especially like the wrestling historians, they're that's trying to create controversial stuff to get people to talk.
Mm-hmm.
But what I think wrestling historians are trying to do, or people who have been around long enough to be able to pay attention to wrestling, they're trying to get people away from the negativity and continue to just talk about the positivity of wrestling. Hence why you don't see anybody saying anything positive about the whole Vince McMahon thing. The whole Vince McMahon Netflix series.
Yeah.
No.
People actually weren't happy that it was released to begin with.
I'm gonna start saying "pound me too."
All right. Let's get to night 18. Actually, who's your 18? T?
I'm gonna have to go with Mae Young. I was gonna put Mae Young. I was trying before Fee said it, I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put Mae Young, and I think right about 18 would be about Mae Young, because Mae Young, to me, not at the Attitude Era, but it helped put women's wrestling on the map, even in the 70s and 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Mark Henry go fuck you guys up.
What about you, Bo? Who you got for 18?
Honestly, you guys are gonna get mad, but I think she fits at 18 because she stopped so early. I got AJ.
Who?
AJ.
Yeah.
I'm not even an AJ fan, but Jesus,
it's because she quit so early, man.
I do not disagree with AJ being on the list, because what she in that short period of time, again, everybody that you guys are bringing up is somebody that left an impression upon people. AJ is still somebody that everybody wants to come back, and then you have all these women wrestlers that are saying they want to have a match with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. I would have AJ on the list as well.
I would put,
right where it's the perfect.
I would put AJ on the list too, personally. Not right there, but yeah. What do you got, Fee?
Well, I wouldn't put AJ there either. I would put her on the list, but higher than that, because she had a little bit more impactful. But yeah, my 18. Wow.
Wait, who's your 18?
I'm trying to think because I'm doing this on the fly. I would probably put Molly Holly on 18 because she also had some good impactful things. I feel like her start with the Hollies was good, but I think when she ended up with Hurricane and Rosie, that's what made her blow up even more. And then from there, when she was on her solo run, it was impactful, but I feel like when she was with Hurricane, that's where she really exploded.
Between from that moment
Damn, man,
and
where's my
afterwards,
paper?
the in-ring work and the charisma, I actually do agree.
No, I think so too. Bill, where would you put Molly Holly?
I'd probably put her around that range between 17, 18.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think she did really good. But
Yeah,
did you even say who yours was?
No, I just changed mine right now. I had somebody else. V made me change it. I totally agree with that.
Like to me, she did enough. Heck, actually, no, wait, that's not her. That was somebody else. Never mind. No, because
let's move on. Let's move on.
There's
to
another
17.
faction that I'm waiting for somebody to mention because she was a part of it. I'm waiting for it because it's perfect.
But you didn't say you're 18.
The right
I
to
did. I
censor?
just said I agree with her.
Oh, okay. By the way, Rockstar, no. Like, I swear to God, don't make me get the broom shot, okay?
All right,
I swear to
let's
God.
move on to 17. What you got for 17?
I'm gonna get mine out of the way because I had Molly at 17 on my list.
I'm trying to think. I think I could put. I don't know, that was a hard one. Maria, what's her name? Maria Casa, but she's married to that Matt dude.
Maria Kanellis.
Yeah,
I'll
put her about 17. Yeah.
I gotta be mad at me. I'm gonna put Sable there. I'm gonna put Sable at 17.
I didn't have Sable on my list because she didn't really wrestle.
Actually, I disagree with that because she was one of the first ones that I seen. She took Mark and powerbombed the shit out of Mark. Like,
Yeah.
but
it was Mark. Mark weighs like 87 pounds.
They didn't wrestle much back in the 90s at that time.
But she got eyes on the product. She brought people to watch. She did some crazy, memorable shit. Like, I remember being 15, watching her undress herself and showing nothing but boobs and
the black hands. Yep.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Come on, I'm 15, 13.
I'm still thinking about that moment.
My thing with Sable was the match with her and Mark Merrill versus Goldust and Luna Vachon at WrestleMania 14. That was when she really liked.
Right.
So to me, yes, Sable needs to be a part of the list. I'm okay with her being at 17. I would rank her higher because I feel like she made more of an impact in WWE that would warrant her to be higher up. But I do agree she should be a part of the list.
That's the only reason why she's on my list, because she made an impact. She brought eyes to the product.
Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, I don't like, to me, it's not all about the athleticism, matches, and stuff like that, because for a long period of time, as we said, as we're continuing to say, there are times where the women weren't allowed to wrestle, or the wrestling was it was like watching the minis wrestle during the New Generation era. So, like, at that moment, it's just like she needs, like, for the looks, the charisma, like, hell, she was what if I remember right, she was the first Playboy for WWE.
Yes.
So she springboarded WWE women wrestlers more than Sunny did.
Well, what I was gonna say was, honorable mention when we talk about times when Sable kind of started doing the wrestling thing. Look at Miss Kitty. Remember at that pay-per-view?
Yeah.
That was the first time we've seen WWE ever go nude. And I mean, literally, she fucking showed her whole tits. And this day, I'll never forget that as a kid. Watching that in the 90s, I'm like, oh, wow. I mean, I'm like fucking 8 or 9 years old at the time. I'm like, yo, titties? Really? Like, that will always be a memorable moment for me on someone that probably won't go on the list, but that's a memorable female moment.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we move on. So we good.
Well, Fee didn't say her.
So 17, I'm gonna have to give it to Ivory because I'm putting Ivory on this list because of the fact that Right to Censor was for me was where
Fiend's my
she blew
favorite.
the fuck up. Right to Censor.
Like when I was saying I was waiting for somebody, it was Ivory because of the Right to Censor. That was it. Hands down, Feed's the favorite already so far. Sorry, guys.
Yo, honestly, I
Real
forgot
quick,
about Ivory,
Blunt.
bro. Like
Blunt,
that would have been my honorable mention if anything.
Blunt, real quick. Help me welcome our new partner.
Hey, Shirley.
Shady.
Fight it, don't fight it.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Yep.
Mad Blunt Show is sponsored.
Save the tatas, yo. You know what I'm saying?
You should put that in the corner right quick, right here.
Save
You know
the boobs.
I could do that. But yeah, 16. 16 though, Blunt.
Oh, 16. Since you mentioned Ivory, I had to bring her up, Jacqueline. Like, she was actually one of my favorites, yo.
Dude,
Like, she got it popping. And
There's
she
my
was
16.
like, Jacqueline definitely had to
Yep.
be mentioned, man.
I had Jacqueline.
My favorite thing about Jacqueline was actually before she came to WWE when she was at WCW, when she took on the Disco Inferno. One of my favorite moments was that, and I believe she won it was either the television or the cruiserweight titles, one of the two. But she left an impression, and then all of a sudden, going back towards that Sable moment where it was the bikini contest where she came out in that red bikini, and then next thing you know, Sable one-upped it by just having handprints on her boobs. So as like I think I was 7 at the time when that, like, around that era anyway. So it's like as Matt T said, seeing all that as a young boy, it was just like, what the heck?
I'm just like boobies.
Boobs.
I
So
definitely
yes,
went to the
I agree.
bathroom.
Jacqueline needs to be on the list.
I
She's an
definitely went to the bathroom a couple of times in that.
What do you think, Bo?
I had Jacqueline at 16, right with Blunt.
See?
Same here, actually.
What about you, Shady?
I have AJ Lee at 16.
Damn, everybody got her so high.
Who's your 17, 18, 19, 20? Shady.
I don't have one for 20. I stopped at 19. At 19 I had Bailey. 18 I had Victoria. And 17 I had Natalia.
Okay.
I wanted to put Victoria.
I agree with Victoria because of the family background. She's very athletic. She's criminally underrated when it comes to being charisma with the charisma.
You know who my 16 is?
I would probably put Sable at 20 if I had to put anybody at 20.
Yeah.
You know who my 16 is there, Wise Man?
Who's your 16?
Tamina.
Tamina.
I
didn't even have her on my list.
Yeah, she's not even on mine.
I wouldn't even put. I understand. Yes, her back, like her she's a part of the bloodline, the family background.
I think she's very underrated.
She's underrated, but I also don't think I don't think she made that much of an impact when she first. Like, what people will probably forget is when she first came up. She came up as the valet to the Usos.
There's Rockstar's 15. Rockstar's his 15 is Nia Jax.
She's not even on my list.
I wouldn't even put Nia Jax on the list. She's terrible. Nope. She's not like, to me, Nia Jax.
On my botch list, my number one on botch list.
Yes.
Yeah, she'd be number one on my dangerous females list.
Like,
and I just made this list a couple minutes.
She's not charismatic.
You know
Not charismatic. She's not very athletic in the ring. Like, I wouldn't even trust her with a broomstick rather than any of the female wrestlers to begin with.
So Blunt, what's your 15?
We're going to 15 now. All right, 15. I put Bailey. I put Beth Phoenix as 15.
Okay.
I can like that's probably about the range where I could see I can see Beth being at.
Wow.
Just with-
We are talking about top 20 female wrestlers of all time, right?
Yeah.
WWE. Blunt changed it to NWWE.
And Beth Phoenix is at
Well,
15.
I think she should be like she is a Hall of Famer, so yeah, you do kind of have to give her the.
I'm
the
just
kudos.
surprised where she's at on your list. That's all.
so who you got there? You're 15, Mr. Shady?
I have Molly Holly at number 15.
Well, I had Bonnie Hot at 18 because of what he said. I brought it up. I was like, yeah, she has to be up there. But
What the fuck,
Bo, what about
Rockstar?
you?
I could.
I have Sasha at 15.
What the fuck, Rockstar? Sasha?
Yep.
I only got the chick on my list.
Yeah, I made my top 20 list based on like, as
She's
far as,
had
like,
she's had some
all
badass
girl
matches,
round,
bro.
You know what I mean?
She's had some badass fucking matches.
I'm gonna here's my thing about that though. Look at the people she had those matches with. Who carried those matches?
Yeah.
Name a
I get it,
name
but
a
she's
match
a
that she had
fucking-
in AEW that's
For her
equal
size,
anything
she
she's
was-
done in WWE.
For her size, she's tough as shit, and she made a lot of fucking money too.
And she also
For the
entered a lot of
company.
I
motherfuckers.
think she made a lot of money for.
She doesn't deserve to be high on the list, but she deserves to be on the top 20.
So
I'll give her that.
I was one of the biggest Sasha homers out there. The
I bet you
problem
were.
is now that I'm sitting here thinking, like now I go back and look at her entire career the way it is. The attitude. Yes, she has had some great matches, but again, as Blunt said it and Matt T said it, who were they against? They were against
That's
Charlotte,
fair.
Bailey, Bianca.
But that's why I had her at 15 and not higher. She deserves to be on the list.
I don't think like.
B, what you think?
I felt like 15 was fair.
I would have moved Beth or Molly Holly to 15 and then taken Sasha down to probably 20.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
B.
So, still thinking, but I definitely would probably put Kelly somewhere on my list. So that's who I had in mind.
Seriously?
You got issues with my choice, Shady?
Look, I love Kelly. Don't get me wrong. But when you're talking top 20 female wrestlers of all time, that narrows the list down extremely. Okay, because whenever I'm thinking of a top female wrestler, I'm thinking of like a superstar all the way around. You know what I mean? Like entertainment. Can she wrestle? Like, and not just coming out and showing their boobs and coming out and shaking their ass a little bit. You know what I mean? And doing fucking 2-minute matches.
Well, if not Kelly, definitely Tori Wilson.
She's neither one of those two are on my list. they were fucking titty posers.
Yes.
Well, when one of them,
were not
when
women
one of them joined WWE as an exhibitionist, yeah.
I'm gonna have an issue with a lot of people's lists, like straight up.
I'm trying to think.
This is why it's supposed to be WWE. T forgot to mention that part. It was supposed to just be.
Why is it always my fault?
Because it is always your fault.
I'm the publicity guy. Fuck you.
So when it's all said and done, when it comes to like what some people honestly do forget from time to time, it's again WWE for a long period of time didn't afford the women women competitors or women superstars, divas, whatever you want to call them. They didn't afford them to have the matches until pretty much Finley would backdoor it to be able to give them what they did. Took the heat for them for pretty much throwing punches, and then and now you got wrestling the way it is today with the females. So I feel like no matter what, yes, you're gonna have some of these people on here that have made an to me, I agree with Shady. It should be all around, but I also believe who left an impression? Like, yes, Kelly left an impression on a lot of young boys,
you know.
But
to me, Kelly only left an impression in ECW and WWE.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to disagree with you. I actually, dude, I would not have her on my list either. Tori Wilson, on the other hand, I would put her at the bottom.
They were, to me, they were both showpieces, man. They were not.
That's why I'm saying I would put Tori at the bottom.
You know what I mean? So like when you look at them as a full all-around superstar, they just don't make the list in my.
So for my 15, I'm gonna pull a loop-de-loop here around Blunt's little stipulation of WWE only, because this person was in WWE, and now they're in AEW doing their thing, and I'm gonna say Toni Storm at 15. And the reason I say that is because the work that she put on AEW, she did some work in AEW.
And she go ham in that ring. She goes, but and that new gimmick, I enjoy it. I like it. But does she got enough work to be in?
Yes, to me, she's still too young to even be on the list.
I don't give a fuck.
That's my only negative about that. Like, she's too young. Maybe if she put it, give her some more time, and I guarantee she's gonna be a Hall of Famer, bro. Ain't no way.
You know what?
Like, I think she needs to get back to WWE to push it. Honestly, I don't see really anybody in AEW that's going to push her as much as, say, a Roxanne Perez, Julia, Stephanie. I can never say her last name. Vaquera, but like nobody's gonna push her like the youngsters coming up for the future. Like at some point, yes, Bailey's gonna leave, Nia's gonna leave.
Trying to say Lyra Valkyria?
No, I'm saying Stephanie, the one who just debuted on NXT last week.
Guys, how about we run a commercial? Daphne Vanquez, yeah. How about we run a commercial?
Do it.
Why don't we hear a word from our Paul Jimmy?
Oh, yes. Oh, my EMP. I have come here to show you why this Thursday will be the Lone Star and the Big Bad Wolf's final resting place. But if my tie is falling off, I can only imagine what wicked tales we have for EMP. I can only be in one place and one place only. My EMP. I hope you, yes, all of you, will turn in Thursday to watch my EMP. Oh, I need you to all make sure you set your notifications for my EMP. Rest in peace. I don't think I will say that. I'm just not doing this.
Funny dude, I swear.
Fucking love Jimmy.
It was the whole uneven mustache. You know?
It was the tie
that he looks
dropped
like
off.
he's got Vaseline all over his face or some shit.
The tie dropping off.
Yeah, the tie dropping off is what got me.
So you wanna?
We have 14. We have 14.
Oh yeah.
What my 14? Let me start it off. Mickie James, like, she was awesome in the ring. She was the first character that made me believe. After me finding out that it was fake and all that, she made me believe she was crazy.
Yo,
Like,
you know what? Every time you score, every time you put one up, I'm gonna say, or I will start giving fucking Baker fucking teabag rating.
Like, we're going with Mickey James at 14.
Mike, I agree with having Mickey James in the top 20. She was very athletic. She was really like between her and Trish Stratus. To me, that was my favorite feud of the what was it, mid 2000s?
Yeah.
No, it was 2002. No, was it 2002 or was it 2006?
That's beginning of 2000s. Did he say beginning of 2000s?
I'm thinking WrestleMania 22. That the match they had at WrestleMania 22 is what made me believe more in what they were doing with the women's wrestling. So I enjoy it. Like I'm okay with her being on the top 20.
Shady, what's your 14?
I mean, the fact that you mentioned Mickey James, I actually had Mickey James at number 13, but my number 14 went to Luna Vachon.
Oh, good choice with Luna.
Yeah.
Talk about like people thinking people are crazy. Like Luna chasing Sean around, like not chasing Sean, but chasing around at WrestleMania 9, being at ringside for the Tatanka Shawn Michaels match, like chasing Sensational Sherry around. That was awesome.
Yeah, I have Luna actually at 13, not at 14, just because of the fact that not just chasing people around, but also aligning herself with Goldust for a time.
Yep.
Aligning herself with the late Bam Bam Bigelow. Like she was right next to a lot of big names also.
Yeah.
Actually, I forgot to mention that would be an honorable mention for me. Like,
yeah, for real.
OJ? I have Gail Kim at my number 14.
Oh, I'm not even mad. Yeah.
I
forgot about Gail Kim.
I'm not mad for it because to me,
judge it.
She was better. She was probably one of the better in-ring competitors that WWE had during the Ruthless Aggression era. The problem is that I would say is she had more of an impact outside of WWE than she had in WWE. That'd be my only complaint on that.
Still WWE.
I'm not disagreeing, it's still WWE, but she didn't make the impact in WWE. So WWE fans probably won't remember Gail Kim that much unless they've watched older TNAs.
That's fair. That's fair.
I remember more her at TNA than in WWE.
That's
or the fact that she's married, or the fact she's married to Robert Irvine.
You know what my pick was? My pick was.
All right, say your pick so we can move on.
Nah, I'm going Gail Kim. Gail Kim. I like what both said there. I like that. I agree with that one.
All right, so let's move on to Lucky 13. My pick for 13, it'd be crazy not to mention her in the top 10, China. Like, she changed the game. Like,
at 13? Wow.
But this is because she didn't really rest much. Let's
she is appalled.
Let's not say she wrestled. She manhandled motherfuckers.
I would put her at least in the top. To me, I would put her in the top 5.
Same here.
But we're talking about like Shady said, we're talking about wrestling.
To me,
she's doing wrestling wise.
If we're talking impacts and
she won the Intercontinental Championship.
if we're talking,
like, she made an impact, yeah. But like wrestling wise, like come on, like
if we're talking impacts in WWE, she made the biggest, one of the biggest impacts in WWE. Not only being pretty much the bodyguard to Shawn and Triple H, but then she started manhandling the women, and then she started going after the men. Like how many? Like this is where I guess I could say that Beth technically yes should be ranked higher as well, because how many people could say that they went against the men and the women?
Amen.
So to me, technically, now that I think about it, they should both be. I still would have put Beth in the top 10, but she could be in the top 15. But China has to be at least in the top 5, just for what the impact she had in WWE.
Now you put it that way, yeah, but that's my choice.
Shady, what you got?
Where we at? Number 13? I had Mickey
sir.
James 13.
Bo? You're muted,
You're
bro.
muted, Bo.
13, I have Bailey.
Like, I shit on her.
Damn.
Really? Gizmo?
Yeah.
Who you got for 13?
So what I had for 13 was Mickey James also.
So let's move on to 12, I guess.
Yep.
Who you got, T, for 12?
I said
gotta be mad
Trish.
at me.
I got Trish for 12.
Bo?
Yeah.
I have Paige. I have Paige for 12.
I have Paige at number 12 as well.
I agree with Paige at 12. The only reason why I still have an issue with Trish being as low as she is, other than China, she is like everybody on this list. She has made more of a huge impact to WWE.
We're going to have fun in the top 5. That's all I'm going to say.
We have to stay that for next week,
I still think no matter what, to me, Trish is still top 5.
The top 10 is next week. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
All right, for 12, I had AJ Lee. Like, to have an Eddie lower than that would be crazy because this is when the games really started to change. Like, a lot of people put the shit on Paige that she started the women's revolution. Nah, she was a part of it. But AJ Lee really started that whole movement. Like, yo, pay attention to us because we really doing things.
Well, that's
also
what
you
I have to agree. I have to agree with also Blunt on that one. That was actually my pick for number 12 is AJ Lee.
Like, I agree with having her ranked higher. I've said it before. Like, yes, she had a short period of time in WWE, but for pretty much being able to change things, where the matches she has had, like going against Caitlyn, going against Paige, like it's Kelly, the Bellas. Like, come on, it's she. Yes, I agree. She should be up there.
Bo, who you got?
Number 12 or 13 or 11. I mean, I had what number we have?
12.
12.
All right, hold on. 12. I had Mickey James at 12. Sorry, guys.
Shady?
12, I had Paige.
Which brings up my pick for 11, Paige, because this is when the game really she carried the torch. What she ended up picking up, but hold on, I my thought. She picked up where AJ left off.
Yeah.
Really carrying the movement, really like, okay, come on, what's good? Like we doing bag of matches.
Did she if I remember right, once AJ left, wasn't Paige not that far behind with the neck injury?
Yes.
Yeah, I think like
how can you to me? How can you say that she carried afterwards? To me, the ones that carried after AJ Lee left, Eve, Caitlyn, Natalya. Those are the three big three big women wrestlers. Once Paige and AJ Lee left.
Even Caitlyn didn't even make my list.
Yeah, but Caitlyn wasn't even there that long either, though.
Yeah, but yeah, who's the one that fucking made fucking Paige go into that neck retirement shit? Just saying.
It was Sasha Banks.
That's who my number 11 is, by the way.
But even then, like she still before that, she was putting banging matches.
I would actually say Eve should be in the top 20 just because of the stuff she also did. But I'm okay with her. Like, if people don't have her in there, I'd be okay with it. But
well, good. You better be.
She carried the torch after all these people left. Or technically, you could say it was Natalya because Natalya was and is still here.
Bo, who you got?
Where are we at? 11 now?
11.
I had Becky Lynch.
Shady?
I have Wendy Richter at number 11.
I'm not even mad at that.
I'm okay with that one. I am really okay with Wendy Richter.
See? See?
I'm thinking.
Oh, sorry.
So that's what
Yeah.
the smoke signal was.
Yes, I know. I'm frying. I'm sorry.
I thought I smelled Canadian bacon.
Contact high for me over here.
11. I can agree that Eve Torres should be there. Yeah, I'll agree to that.
I wouldn't say she should be that high up, but I would say top 20, yes.
All right, well. Final thoughts? T, want to let that off? Or?
Oh, you want to end the show? Okay. I
Yeah, well, fuck it.
had other stuff, but okay, we can just call
Oh,
it.
go ahead.
I
Well,
thought we were gonna do a Cliff Notes over Raw, SmackDown, and shit real quick.
I actually forgot about that. All right, so it's all right. Let's start that then.
So I just put random stuff in here. I didn't get every little bit, but there was Didn't I kind of call this, by the way? Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I can see the bloodline pretty much coming in, costing Jay the title back to Braun Breaker. I can see that happening.
I wondered who
Adding
called
on to bringing Jay into the fold.
that. I wonder who called that. Can I give a review of Blood Money? Go ahead, Luke. Fucking where was I at? Sorry. Thinking is hard. We also have this on thing, like me and Dylan talked about last week. It's coming to fruition.
I mean, the last time they did it, it was roles reversed.
At some point, I think it's gonna obviously Seth Rollins and CM Punk aren't gonna wrestle anytime soon.
No.
It's gonna be. I think that's gonna be the.
Oh, that's your
WrestleMania match.
WrestleMania event right there.
Yeah, I think
One of them.
If the rumors are true that The Rock is not going to be wrestling at WrestleMania, you got Cody Roman again, and then you get Seth versus CM Punk.
Oh. Speaking of that,
I wonder what that means.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to get, when it comes to someone like The Rock,
yeah,
like that.
I mean, that's what I was saying. Why you call it Jade Cargill? What the fuck? Yeah.
Red Diamond.
I don't know. Where was
I
I
want to know what strip club he's been going to.
at? What about this that happened on NXT this week?
This is what I was fucking talking about.
This is gonna be interesting. Yeah.
You're not an international wrestling fan. You have no fucking clue who these two even are, though.
Facts.
So there's a lot of people who are just seeing these two for the very first time and having to do their research on these two individuals. And whenever I refer to, footage, being there for people to see years later, this is what I'm talking about, because you never know where you're going to be at, 5-10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? And what footage is going to be seen, for what reasons.
Facts.
I think at the end of the day, yes, Shady's right. With these people not knowing who these two really are, the more that they're having them work with Roxanne Perez right now is actually probably going to be the best
Cora
thing.
Jade.
I'm not really going to say Cora Jade at the moment.
Well, what I'm saying is that's who's her right there with her. So it's what if we end up seeing a fatal 4-way with these four?
Right.
That'd be a banger.
But what I'm trying to say is right now, letting Roxanne show them the ropes of the WWE style. So when pretty much Roxanne says, you know what? I think they got it. She could actually move up to the main roster and let them take over
So,
and build NXT's women roster for the future while she tries to build, I guess, whatever's up in the like. I
yeah,
actually like when it comes to NXT's women roster. I actually would take their women's roster over the main roster at the moment.
yeah. Then we had, it's not rushing along, so I won't want to yell at me no more. So, as we've seen on Raw, right here, the SmackDown, I'm sorry, the Bloodline, and you have Jay look at Roman and say, "I acknowledge you, but I'm the only one that still does." This is his way of saying, "We need Jay, we need somebody else." Who the fuck is the other person? You know what I'm saying? And I love his wise man thing he did on the fucking show. That shit was brilliant. I love fucking Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns dick rider all day. I don't give a fuck. The man is pure gold. But what I'm saying is, my thing is, I think, like you said, Villain, and I think when you talked about this, the other bloodline is going to fuck over Jay. That gets Jay back. And who does Jay bring else? Only man left, the honorary Uce. I don't know.
Sami Zayn.
I still don't see it happening anytime soon though, because from what it sounds like is they're gonna really slow burn this to.
But the War Games match, though.
Because this is why I feel like I'm gonna tell you why I feel like it's gonna happen soon. That we still gotta introduce the Rock's crew. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a third bloodline that the Rock's gonna form. Because we still got the other Samoans that get signed.
But here's the problem: you're close to November. Who's gonna be your War Games match? There's no other story that can build up for War Games.
Because you're gonna Survivor Series. You're gonna have Kevin Owens versus. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Or it turns into a triple threat, and you Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes.
I
and
still
Randy
think
Orton.
that's gonna be Royal Rumble.
I could see it starting out at. It's going to start out at Survivor Series. You may get the triple threat may be at Royal Rumble, or you may start it as a triple threat, and then Royal Rumble you get Kevin Owens versus.
So,
because at some point I want to see Cody versus Randy.
Yeah. So at AEW last night we saw Adam Cole is fully back. I guess he's a face now? Question mark. I don't know.
So with this,
that's the way they're playing it storyline wise. I mean, because MJF is heel. You know what I mean? So
I found someone posted on Twitter. They had Randy's return and they had Adam Cole's return. It said two people got injured, 2 people returned, 1 went to the gym.
Yeah.
Like Adam looks like one of us. Like we said, we just decided, you know what? We're gonna sit there and actually go become a professional wrestler.
I mean, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Adam Cole fan. I think the charisma and his in-ring work is awesome. But at the end of the day, dude, you look like you're my mechanic.
Thanks. Also, so this happened. He took the international title.
If you didn't see that coming, then I don't know what to tell you.
It was interesting. Also, this.
I'm so glad that Swerve did not sign with MVP.
Me too. That's what I was gonna say.
That's what a lot of people expected to happen, and that's not the way they went with that. And I would much rather see Shelton Benjamin versus Swerve. So
that's gonna be a banging match. Like,
I still have a feeling you could possibly see them together in a group.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be. What were you gonna say, Blunt?
Like I say, it's gonna be a banging ass match because Shelton Benjamin's still in good shape. It's not like he's not. And Stickland at the top of his career.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get that match between Shelton Benjamin and and Swerve Strickland. But I also wouldn't be surprised if out of nowhere we get not MVP, Bobby Lashley interfering, becoming the boss technically.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah.
what we do.
So then we had I think this right here. Why are these still champions? Why? Why do we have these guys still champions?
I mean, it's part of what's killing the company, you know.
Facts.
So
Exactly.
it's
They're
just my
WCW 2000. I apologize. I actually no, I don't apologize for it anymore. I can understand, like, if you like it, you like it. You don't. Cool. I can really care less. But when you have a organization who doesn't care about the ratings, they don't care about how many people they have in their attendance. They want to say that they're the best wrestling company out there when it comes to actual wrestling, but they have nothing to prove or back it up. But yet,
They
again, this is
should have put Private Party over,
yes.
and then had Private Party put some other damn tag team over, you know, in a couple of months.
I would like to see, like, I would have liked to see Private Party win and get pushed a little bit more. Like when they gave the titles to when they gave the trios titles to the Acclaimed, and then all of a sudden they held it for what, a few months, and then it went to the House of Black, and it's like, really?
Speaking
it?
of House of Black, Darby Allin beat Brody King.
Yeah, he did.
I want to see. I would love to see Darby Allin in the House of Black. That would just fucking nail. Like, he doesn't really fit that big, muscular, fucking big, you know, Billy Badass, but you know, he's kind of got that darkness to him. You know what I'm saying? That would just kind of, you know, I think really mesh well. So
I think if they go with having him going up against Moxley at some point and having him take the title from Moxley, I can honestly see him going to the House of Black, turning the House of Black face, and having them versus Moxley's group. Because then you could
That'd be
also
pretty-
hopefully have back Julia Hart as well to go against what's her face, Maria Shafir.
Yeah, I mean, we did see, you know, Daniel Bryan lose to Moxley. So Moxley's the first ever 3 times AEW World Champion. 4 time?
Yep.
4 time.
4 time.
So it's 4 time. Okay.
He won it twice against Punk.
Okay. Well, there you go. 4 time. That's. I mean, if that's not saying, hey, you're basically our Roman Reigns, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying?
Moxley's good.
No, he's not.
He's good as a
I like
backyard
Moxley.
brawler.
I've always liked Moxley.
To me, like, I like this version of Moxley. How about that? I like this one because you don't hear him fucking talk. You can sit there and watch him beat the shit out of somebody. That's like, I'm okay with that.
Well, I was gonna say,
It reminds me of lunatic Fringe Moxley. Not really talk, just beat the shit out of someone.
Right. Well, this right here I
Is that
seen.
why Austin Paul's YouTube is called Lunatic Fringe?
Mm-hmm. So Randy Orton told Cody Rhodes that his team with Roman isn't a problem unless he made one. KO was turned on Orton after he got caught in the crossfire between KO and Cody. It's officially become a problem.
Again, I think this is just another group just talking about, like.
So hold on. So that oh, I'm sorry, Billy. So that means Orton turning on Cody.
At some point,
I don't
yes,
see it.
but let the story, like, now this is where I hate the whole, like, internet people that want to sit there, the internet marks that will come out and talk about, hey, I've heard this, I heard that. Like, let's just enjoy a fucking story. A lot of the stuff like we're talking about right now is stuff that we would like to see happen. It's not gonna, if it happens, then hey, cool, we predicted it. But like, I hate when somebody just spoils a fucking story. Just let it happen. More than likely, yes, Randy's gonna turn on Cody. You're gonna get. I actually think you're probably gonna get Randy versus Cody either at. I actually would say that would be Royal Rumble. But
Well, I don't have anything else. Anything else, maybe
But I
want to
also
talk
heard,
about?
No,
I heard
I don't
Rock
got it, no.
versus Cody is supposed to happen at the Rumble as well.
Yeah, we could see that.
I don't think we have Rock fighting until actually. I don't think we have him fighting until Mania.
Well, they have to set up. They have to set up Reigns versus Rock somehow, and I think they do it at the Rumble.
I think you may get maybe you. I think at the end of the day, you could, or it's that, or you get Roman versus Cody at the Rumble, and The Rock interferes.
Why are we
And-
overlooking events like Survivor Series?
Thank you.
Because I as much as I would love to see a three bloodline teams going at it in War Games, which would be the first time in a while that we see 3 teams going at it instead of 2. But I don't think it's going to happen. I actually think Zilla will join the old bloodline, not the new bloodline.
Wait,
Oh my god, I just put it back in the box, you pain in the ass.
put that face up again.
Here,
Fucking pain in the
Gizmo,
ass.
meet Gizmo.
Which face is
Put that
better?
cat
That one
back in the box, you pain in the ass.
Jesus. All right. Well,
Final thoughts, y'all.
all right. Well, why don't we start with final thoughts with our latest guest? Go ahead, Dante, and let her go ahead and tell us your final thoughts. Shout out to VPW.
Well, thank you for the shout out. I've just honestly just enjoying what wrestling has been doing. The storyline in the last like 3-4 years, especially with the bloodline, it's what's kept me really more interested in WWE than I used to in the past. And I just want to see where it goes. I just want them to do more of Cody Rhodes in this title reign as well, because it feels very diminished at this
There
point.
needs to be more blood.
More blood, yes. Blood money. Phoebe, Gizmo Bear, what's your final thoughts?
Yeah. So really and truly, I can't wait to see the upcoming matches. I mean, things are kicking off pretty fast. I mean, especially now with Crown Jewel around the way, so there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be popping off this week. So I'm going to be watching out for all of that, and yeah, that'll be my final thought.
All right. Shady.
Aftermath.
I'm looking forward to the top 10 list of top 20 female wrestlers of all time. WWE. So
it's all about what, Shady?
Oh yeah, it's not about you. It's about SME. You know.
What was that thing that Casey said earlier? Tell Shady wasn't here for that.
Oh,
SMEMP.
SME plus EMP equals SMEMP. I was paying attention.
Sorry, Shady.
Maybe look for some merchandise on Smeeverse.net soon. You know, it is getting cold outside. You know, there are Smee hoodies, there are VPW hoodies. There's going to be hopefully soon some EMP hoodies available. So again, go check out Smeeverse.net. Get you some hoodies. Stay warm.
The wise man.
I have decided to turn my YouTube page into just a distracted talk. So I'm going to start doing a monthly outlook of how WWE is going to look. And then I may do AEW. It just depends on how I feel because they're predictable as it is already. But I'm going to try to predict what's the upcoming month for WWE going forward all the way through Mania, and we'll see how long that lasts. But if you're interested in watching that, just tune in to Distracted Talk on YouTube. I'll be posting it into the EMP page at some point, as long as T's okay with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it, bro. Any publicity you guys want to do. All right. Bojack.
All right, yeah. Dante, man, that was a cute little name. I like that. Hey, do me a favor, T, real quick. Do me a favor. Throw me up that picture of Roman Reigns again, bro.
Is that going to be me?
Yeah,
is that going to be me?
That's you in the future, buddy, for sure.
Oh, are we continuing the smack counter?
If so, we're up to 9 counting the VPW show.
Jesus. Is that all you want to say, Bell?
That was his final thought.
I'm good.
All right. Blunt, you want to go next? Because I went first last time. Fuck you.
Now go ahead, go first, fool.
Man. All right. Don't forget, guys. Yes, me and Blunt announced that fucking is finally thing. We died in the dotted lines with Shady before the show. EMP is now under SME. So don't forget to check out every SME thing. I'll be getting with Phil to get our show on Rumble. And so next week's show should be on Rumble. Next week's Mad Blunt show will be on Rumble. And then we'll see about other shows we're going to be doing on Rumble. But if I have it right, the video I watch, I can get on everything. But I'll explain later. Anyways, follow VPW. Follow SWA, all SME content. Follow EMP. Look for the Mad Blunt show every Sunday. Same thing with BoJack Grizz on Saturdays. Thursdays is the Team Meltzer report. Wednesdays right now is EMP results, and Tuesdays is sometimes Blunt Mocha show. I know it's a lot to keep up with. Just follow EMP Network or SME, and follow UWO. And there you go, Blunts. I'm tired of fucking talking.
You pretty much covered all the E-Feds, so I'm just gonna throw in there HSP, WGP. Follow them as well. Follow Quack. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Tune in next week when we finish the rest of the top 10. And as always, thank you everybody that came in. Appreciate the love. Everybody that watched, everybody that comment. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? As always, come in next week. Smoke some Mad Blunts with Mad T and Buttman.
Oh, oh, yeah.